Just completely. Are called strong acids. इनको हम लोग क्या बोलते हैं? Strong acids. So that's associated. Like for example, if you have 100 H plus HCl, if you have 100 HCl, hydrochloric acid, so all of them are going to give you H positive and Cl minus. All are going to give you approximately 99% are going to give you, okay, H positive and Cl minus, H positive and Cl minus, H positive and Cl minus. But in case of weak acid, not all of them are going to, like for example, CH3COH is a weak acid. So most of them remain in their original form, like CH3COOH. And some of them dissociate CH3COO minus and H positive. CH3COO minus and H positive. So this is called partial. This is called partial dissociation. If they are dissociating partially, they are not dissociating, this is not dissociating, not dissociating, not dissociating. This one is dissociating. So if we have 100 SCH3COH and out of that 100, 50 or 20 or 30 are dissociating, that why that's considered to be a weak acid. Understood? समझ आया मैं? मैं रिपोर्टेड एफ्रिका
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
बयान आपने बेटा समझ आया सबको?
Yes.
So if you have not noted this definition in the previous class, please note it down. And if you have done, then I shall be moving to the next class. Strong as a weak acids.
Sir, done.
Everyone done?
Oh, yes, sir.
Now next is acid base indicators. Do we have done this one? Check it whether we have done this one. I think we have done.
Yes, sir.
All factor indicators we have done?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we have done. Edukiran Pvt lessons. Why do distilled water conduct electricity? We have done.
We wrote the question dilution of
We wrote finally this. Why diluting in acids? This one.
yes. We did till here.
We have discussed these questions. Okay. So let's start with the chemical properties of acids. Okay. Chemical properties of acids. First understand, stop writing पहले देखो. Chemical properties of acids. What are acids? You know that acids are those of them that dissociate H plus. Like for example, if I'm taking HCl and react with metals, it will give you ZnCl or ZnCl2 plus hydrogen gas. It is the normal reaction when acids are going to react with metals. They will give you salt plus hydrogen gas. This is the normal property. Okay. This is the normal property. That acids when going to react with metals, it will give you salt plus hydrogen gas. समझ आया? But this is a type of displacement reaction. Can you say that this is the correct formula? Is that correct formula? ZnCl. No, the formula, the salt should be written according to the valency chart. Zinc has valency 2 and chloride ion has valency 1. So the formula should be ZnCl. Got it? समझ आया? And this reaction between acid and metals is our displacement reaction. Displacement reaction. Zinc in the reactivity series is more reactive. Hydrogen, copper, silver, gold, platinum. These are the metals that come below hydrogen in the reactivity series. All metals, other metals like sodium, potassium, calcium, sorry, potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium, aluminium, zinc, iron, tin, lead. These are the metals that are above hydrogen. And they can produce hydrogen gas on reaction reaction. Like aluminium, when react with H2SO4, it will give you Al2SO4. Al2SO4 whole thrice. The formula should be written according to the valency chart. Aluminium has valency 3, sulfate ion has valency 2. You cross multiply, you will write it Al2SO4 whole thrice plus hydrogen gas. But same, if you take copper and reacting with HCl, no reaction. No reaction will take place. Why? Because copper is less reactive than hydrogen. Because copper is less reactive than hydrogen. समझ आया? Got it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So those metals that are above hydrogen, they will produce hydrogen gas on reaction with gases. So please note it down fast.
Sir, done.
Done, everyone? Done, everyone?
Yes.
So it's not easy task that if I'm having this SCl and it is reacting with magnesium, okay, then it can produce magnesium chloride. Similarly, aluminum reacting with sulfide will give you aluminum sulfate. But if I'm saying here that if you want to react copper with sulfuric acid, it will not. Why? Because copper, this is a displacement reaction actually, and metal should be more reactive to displace this hydrogen, but it is not displaying that. So this is the reason. Okay, now you understand? समझ आया? समझ आया?
Yes.
Not all metals.
Yes,
So write down this statement that those metals that आफरीन बेटा क्या हुआ? Are you finding this? Actually मैं बताता हूँ कि we should not make the teacher to say again and again to turn on your camera, because if I'm repeating other like one three students or two students have opened their camera who are not. So if I'm repeating again and again to बेटा कैमरा ऑन करो तो दूसरे बच्चे ना डिस्टर्ब होते हैं। क्यों बार बार इसी चीज में टाइम बर्बाद किया जा रहा है, क्यों बार बार कहा जा रहा है कि एक बच्चा नहीं कर रहा तो मत करो। तो उससे और
sir.
टीचर की भी
Your
जो
voice is very low.
ओके जस्ट अ मिनट। आर यू यूजिंग हेडफोन?
No,
नो,
no, sir.
हेडफोन यूज करो, नो हेडफोन तब ज्यादा अच्छे से आवाज आएगी। ओके एक मिनट, लेट मी चेक इट।
Is it better now? Is it better now?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Sir.
तो ओके, तो यही मैं बोल रहा हूँ कि बार बार नहीं करवाना चाहिए टीचर्स को, क्योंकि दूसरे बच्चे डिस्टर्ब होते हैं। ठीक है, दूसरे बच्चे जो पढ़ रहे हैं, जो कैमरा ऑन भी करके बैठे, उनके नहीं सर हम लोग ने कैमरा तो ऑन कर रखा है, आप बार बार बोले जा रहे हो दूसरे नहीं करा तो मत करिए, तो दैट्स नॉट गुड। तो आई विल से ओनली वंस, आई विल नॉट रिपीट इट। अगर आपको कैमरा ऑन करना है तो वो ज्यादा अच्छा है, ताकि मैं आपका फेक एक्सप्रेशन देख सकूं कि आप कितने अच्छे से पढ़ रहे हो, वेदर यू आर मेंटेनिंग योर नोट्स और नॉट। ओके, समझ आए? इट्स योर रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी टू नो टू कीप योर कैमरा डाउन। हाँ, जब तुम लिख रहे हो तब तुम एक बार को हाइड कर सकते हो अपने आप को। अगर पानी पी रहे हो तब तुम अपने आप को हाइड कर सकते हो, लेकिन अदरवाइज यू हैव टू कीप योर कैमरा डाउन। और जब मैं एक्सप्लेन करूंगा तब भी मैं अपना कैमरा ऑन रखूंगा। ओके, सो चलो, you have to note it down that those metals that come below hydrogen in the reactivity series do not react with water to locate out hydrogen. जो नीचे आएंगे वो नहीं कर पाएंगे। ओके, एंड वन मोर थिंग, चलो पहले लिखो, इतना 2 लाइन लिखो।
Well done.
Now, sometimes this question is being asked that how can you test this hydrogen gas that is going to produce? How can you test this one? So, like this is the hydrogen gas filled in the this is the test tube that is carrying the zinc and the hydrochloric acid. So this is the test tube that is carrying the zinc and the hydrochloric acid. Okay, and this hydrochloric acid is actually okay. It's filled in this test tube, and then this hydrogen gas that is produced here, it is then passed through a soap solution. Okay, and then this soap solution is carrying. Now this hydrogen gas will produce some. Bubbles will be created, and that bubbles are going to have hydrogen gas in it. These bubbles are going to have H2 gas. And the property of this H2 gas is that when it combusts, when it burns, it produces a explosive sound. Boop, boop, ऐसे आवाज करती है. Okay, H2. So it produce pop sound. We called it pop sound. ऐसा pop pop तो नहीं करेगा, लेकिन इसको भुप ऐसे मतलब like a blast. Let me try to show you this one, that how does this sound look like. This one. This is the hydrogen gas that is trapped here. Okay. वो तो खैर ये तो टेस्ट ट्यूब ही जला देती है भाई, पूरा ब्लास्ट ही कर देती है. ऐसा नहीं करना है, सोप सॉल्यूशन के साथ ही करना है. अगर ऐसे किया तो फिर बहुत
हाइड्रोजन
गड़बड़
के
हो.
लिए एक इंटरेस्टिंग एक्सपेरिमेंट करेंगे जिसमें हम लोग देखेंगे कि ये कितनी फ्लेमेबल है. ठीक है, इसके लिए
फ्लेमेबल
हमने
तो
यहाँ पे
है.
सोडियम हाइड्रोक्साइड ले रखा है. ठीक है, और ये हमारे पास सोप सोल्यूशन है. अब इसमें हम एल्यूमिनियम फॉयल डालेंगे और H2
ये
गैस
भी
इवॉल्व होगी.
इम्पोर्टेंट है कि मैं आपको बता दूं कि हाइड्रोजन गैस
यहाँ पे ये जो
सॉरी
बबल्स बन रहे हैं इनके अंदर H2 है. यही हमें अभी प्रूव करना है.
इन बबल्स को ले लिया.
और ये हम करेंगे इस समय, देखेंगे कितनी फ्लेमेबल है.
It burst. It produced bursting sound. Pop, like this. Okay. So this is the reason that we can test the hydrogen gas like this way. Okay.
इंटरेस्टिंग एक्सपेरिमेंट करेंगे जिसमें हम लोग देखेंगे कि ये कितनी
समझ आया तुम लोग को? पॉप साउंड समझ आई?
Yes, sir.
तो इस तरह की होती है पॉप साउंड. सो वो पॉप साउंड प्रोड्यूस होती है जब सोप सॉल्यूशन की बबल्स में पास करते हो. तो प्लीज नोट इट डाउन दैट टेस्ट फॉर हाइड्रोजन गैस. When you done, please let me know. Need to drink some water and just come back. हो गया?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
You done?
Yes, sir.
Okay, next. This is a very important question. Let me find out this question for you. Just now. Okay, here's a question in front of your screen. Just note it. Just understand this question. Just first read this question. Do not write anything. Just read this question and then keep answering me the questions. That's what you can write. So here is this that this is a setup for production of hydrogen gas, in which we have a test tube in a stand, attached in a stand, and here the hydrogen gas is going to produce when we are added when zinc is added to dilute hydrochloric acid. Okay. Now this is the experiment. So it is asking that what would happen if some changes are made, and what are these changes? Instead of granules means powder or the big strip. Instead of that one, if we took the zinc dust means zinc powder, powder form, zinc polyate. So will there be any effect in the production of hydrogen gas? Can you guess?
The product,
Hmm?
the production will increase.
The production will increase. How? Why? Reason. What is that reason? What is that reason that makes the hydrogen gas to produce at faster rate? Can anybody answer me this question? Repeat beta आप कर सकते हैं.
Sir, because zinc reacts vigorously with the HCl.
So why? Why in powder form it is reacting vigorously? Just imagine that you have a chalk. Okay. You dip into the water and just instantly bring it back. Only the and you break the chalk now. Will the particles that are present inside the chalk will they get wet? क्या वो गीले होंगे? Matt, what I ask? क्या पूछा मैंने? I ask you that I ask you that if you have okay a chalk and you dip, like suppose this is a chalk and you put it in the water and then you bring it instantly back, you will see that the outer surface of the chalk get wet and you now break the chalk. Will the inner particles also get wet?
No,
No,
sir.
because only the particles that are in the contact with the outer surface will get, or which are on the outer surface will get wet because that surface is going to come in the contact with the water. But you crush that one, then the inner particle will also come outside. जो अंदर है वो भी बाहर आ जाएंगे. So more what now this time if you are having powder and you dip it and you bring it back, most of that will get wet. सब गीले हो जाएंगे. So when we crush something into powder form, then the surface area will increase because the particles that are hidden inside they also come on the outer surface. Okay, the surface area increases, and that's why the more particles of HCl will react in the given period of time. Okay, so more the faster rate hydrogen gas will be produced. Okay, got it? समझ आया?
Oh, yes, sir.
Second, instead of dilute hydrochloric acid, if you take instead of hydrochloric acid, if you take dilute sulfuric acid, और dilute sulfuric acid की जगह पर अगर आप if you take dilute hydrochloric acid, will it affect? No, because both are strong acids. If you take weak acid, then it will affect because weak acid partially dissociate. But here, in case of strong acid, the same HCl is a strong acid, nitric acid is strong acid. Okay, so no effect will be there. Got it? In case of zinc, if you take copper, will the reaction take place? In case of zinc, if you take copper, will the reaction take place? No, because copper is less reactive than hydrogen, so it will not react. Got it? It will not react. Small.
Yes.
It will not react. It will not react. It's okay. So this is the same thing because copper is less active. Okay. One more last question that this sodium hydroxide is taken instead of dilute sulfuric acid, then still the hydrogen gas will be produced. If you take sodium hydroxide. We will learn this in the properties of base because we are studying right now this as properties of acid. So base when react with metals, they also produce salt plus hydrogen gas. We will learn this one later. So if you have NaOH and if you are reacting with zinc, it will give you sodium zincate Na2ZNO plus hydrogen gas. Using sodium like aluminium was reacting with caustic soda, that okay, that you will learn. Okay, बस मैं ये कहना चाह रहा हूँ कि हाइड्रोजन गैस प्रोड्यूस होगी if you take instead of H2SO4, if you take the NaOH, then there will be hydrogen gas will produce. अब ये क्यों होगी, that will going to learn when we study the basic properties of this. So this is very important question. Please note it down and make the rough diagram of this one please fast. स्टैंड नहीं बनाना, सिर्फ टेस्ट ट्यूब बनाइए और ऐसे हाइड्रोजन गैस प्रोडक्शन के लिए बस दिखा दीजिए, ना ही ये सोप टप और कुछ नहीं बनाइए. ओके, when you done this happens.
Third one.
So if zinc dust is taken, what would happen? The rate, the hydrogen gas rate will become faster and surface area will increase. And because of the increasing surface area, if you take the same rate of hydrogen gas will be reduced because both are strong acids. Okay, done everyone? Noted? So फिर आगे in case of copper, if sorry zinc copper is taken then जल्दी जल्दी को फटाफट इस स्पीड से फास्ट फास्ट
So done.
Third one.
then
Is it done?
the next property is acids when react with metal carbonate, any metal carbonate. This is very important, this concentrate reaction. Next property of acid is that acids reaction with metal carbonate. So acids when react with metal carbonate slash metal hydrogen carbonate, they all give salt plus carbon dioxide plus water. Now what is metal carbonate? Carbonate group is CO3. When any metal attached with carbonate like Na2CO3 will be the formula for sodium carbonate. CaCO3 is the formula for calcium carbonate because both have 2 valency. Okay, so formula will be accordingly, but should be metal when group attached with carbonate group that form metal carbonate. And similarly, hydrogen carbonate is HCO3. Hydrogen carbonate is HCO3. Okay, so when I'm talking about the SCO3, hydrogen carbonate, if it is attached with metal like sodium hydrogen carbonate, like calcium hydrogen carbonate, here is two whole choice because hydrogen carbonate has valency 1, and calcium has valency 2. You cross multiply, you will get CaOH whole CaCO3 whole choice. This is calcium hydrogen carbonate. Got it? समझ आया? So any of metal carbonate and metal hydrogen carbonate, all metal hydrogen carbonate, whether it is copper, कोई भी metal carbonate और कोई भी metal hydrogen carbonate, acids के साथ reaction करने पर हमेशा salt plus water plus carbon dioxide बनाएंगे. Okay? So and how can we get the name of their dead salt? How can we get the name of salt? जैसे for example H2SO4, पहले acid को लिख लो, acids. Okay? Write down the name of acids. H2SO4 reacting with calcium carbonate. Then simply it gives you carbon dioxide and water by the general reaction. That salt and water, carbon dioxide and water plus salt is formed. Now what is the name of the salt? Just take only metals from the carbonate group and remove the hydrogen from this. Just take this and then try to make the formula of calcium and sulfate ion by valency charge. Calcium has valency 2, sulfate ion has valency 2. Cross you cancel it, you will get CSO. समझ आया? इसी तरह से if you are having magnesium carbonate reacting with HCl, then remove the hydrogen. देखो यहाँ पे मैंने HCl बाद में लिख दिया, तो कंफ्यूजन हो सकती है आप लोग को फॉर्मूला बनाने में। तो बेटर ये है कि आप रफ में पहले एसिड को लिख लें कि HCl पहले लिखेंगे हम लोग। We'll take the HCl first, I mean the acid का नाम पहले, and then the salt magnesium carbonate MgCO3. Now take this two, remove the carbonate group from it and remove the hydrogen from HCl. And now make the formula of magnesium and chloride. Magnesium has valency 2 and chloride ion has valency 1. Cross multiply, you will get MgCl2. ऐसा समझ बेटा? This is the way how we will predict the salt. So please note it down, this property. This one first.
So done.
Note the next one. Ritvika, have you noted? Every other students have noted this one? HCl reaction with
Yes, sir.
carbon. So you done? Ritvika? So please note this one.
Sir, connection went.
What are you saying?
Sir, my connection went. Where from where to write?
We have to write this one. We have to write this one that acids can react with metal carbonate. It will give you metal carbonate or metal hydrogen carbonate. Will give you salt plus water plus carbon dioxide. Why you leave the class?
My laptop
Take
went
this.
out of charge.
Take this screenshot of this one. Done. Start writing this one.
third one.
Everyone done?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you here the question came that do acid react? Do non-metals also react with acid to produce hydrogen gas? No, non-metal do not react with acids. And why? We'll discuss it later. Okay. मेटल्स एंड नॉन मेटल चैप्टर में डिस्कस करेंगे. ओके. अब एक क्वेश्चन है कि बताइए व्हाट इज द आंसर फॉर क्वेश्चन नंबर 9. एसिड की बेस के साथ रिएक्शन भी एक एक्सोथर्मिक रिएक्शन होती है दैट आई हैव ऑलरेडी टोल्ड. बताइए व्हाट कुड बी द आंसर फॉर द फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन 9.
So neutralize acid with strong acid.
हम्म.
So D.
डी. न्यूट्रलाइज द एसिड विद स्ट्रांग एल्कली. नो. इफ यू हैव कॉन्सेंट्रेटेड एसिड उसके ऊपर तुमने बेस एकदम स्ट्रांग एल्कली डाला बेस फिर तो आपका हाथ ही गायब हो जाएगा ना बिकॉज द हीट प्रोड्यूस ड्यूरिंग दिस रिएक्शन इज सो लार्ज और ये अपनी स्किन पे नहीं कर सकते. तो व्हाट वी विल डू इट विल फर्स्ट wash it with plenty of water and then spoil then apply a mild base. हल्का सा बेस अप्लाई करेंगे. ओके हल्का वाला. समझ आया. so wash the hand immediately with plenty of water and apply small amount of sodium hydrogen carbonate.
Like
Got
what,
it?
sir?
What are you saying?
Option B or C?
Option B. Sodium hydroxide is strong base. We will learn this thing. Okay. If you are not able to answer this question, it's okay. What question number 24? What could be the answer for question number 24?
So C.
C. Some metals react with acid to give salt plus hydrogen gas. It is asking for the not correct answer. All metal do not react. सारे तो करते भी सही स्टेटमेंट है ये. Those metals that are low hydrogen they do not react. ये तो स्टेटमेंट सही हुआ अपने आप में. तो ये स्टेटमेंट एकदम सही है. हम लोग कई बार अगर नहीं आता तो हम लोग एलिमिनेशन मेथड रूल से ट्राई करते हैं. Some metals, some non-metal oxide react with water to form acids. हाँ, non-metal oxides are basic in nature, and they some non-metal oxides react with water to form acids. So non-metal oxides like carbon dioxide, if you pass it through water, then it will form like CO2. When non-metal oxides react with water, and generally non-metal oxides are acidic. Non-metal oxides are acidic, acidic or neutral in. And if I'm talking about the metal oxides, so metal oxides are basic, generally basic, generally basic. Note it down. So this is non-metal oxides, carbon dioxide. When it reacts with water, it will give you H2CO3. That is carbonic acid. But metal oxide like Na2O reacts with water, it will give you NaOH. Calcium oxide reacts with water, it is exothermic reaction from calcium hydroxide, so it will give you base.
So can I be? I have to go somewhere.
Hmm?
So can I be? I have to go somewhere.
You have to go for
So I check it.
Hmm?
So I have to go for I check it. That finally.
Okay, okay. डन डन। तो यहाँ पर भी सेम वही क्वेश्चन है। तो मेटल नॉन मेटल ऑक्साइड्स आर एसिडिक इन नेचर, सो दे रिएक्ट विद वाटर एंड रिटेन सम, तो सम इट्स ओके। कुछ कुछ ने तो किया ना, चाहे हमने एक ही नॉन मेटल ऑक्साइड्स की बात करी, नॉन मेटल ऑक्साइड्स अगर रिएक्ट कर रही है तो यस सॉल्ट एसिड, बिकॉज़ नॉन मेटल ऑक्साइड्स आर एसिडिक इन नेचर। सम मेटल्स रिएक्ट करते हैं एसिड के साथ, हाइड्रोजन गैस प्रोड्यूस करते हैं, ये भी बात सही है। मेटल ऑक्साइड्स रिएक्ट विद वाटर टू गिव एसिड, सॉल्ट एंड एसिड, इट इज इनकरेक्ट। मेटल ऑक्साइड कैसी होती है? बेसिक इन नेचर होती है। तो सॉल्ट एंड एसिड कैसे मिलता है? सॉल्ट एंड एसिड का तो कोई सवाल ही नहीं है। एंड इट इज सेइंग ऑल तो नहीं है। अभी मैंने Na2O को रिएक्शन कराई और उसकी मैंने पानी के साथ रिएक्शन कराई, तो उसने क्या दिया? NaOH दिया, जो कि बेस है। कैल्शियम ऑक्साइड की